And this week on Last Round at the Cantina, we're talking The Skeleton Crew, which arrives on Disney Plus December 3rd, Paul. Um,
Yeah,
it's been billed as a 1980s kids Amblin style show. Big question is, for this week's debate, will The Skeleton Crew be able to satisfy an apparently angry and frustrated fandom?
I don't think it will. I'm I'm probably more worried about this than was the Acolyte. I love the Goonies. I love E.T. I love all the stuff that came out in back in the 80s. But I do think it's of its time. And I do think that there'll be some kickback from this. I hope I'm wrong. Please prove me wrong. I don't mind that at all. Um, Jude Law, though, great actor, respected, can act. So it'll be good to see what happens there. The kids, that's what it's all going to hang on, though. Will people engage with the kids? And I'm looking at you there, Neil. Neil, the blue kid with the
Well,
the
well,
Max Rebo nose.
Neil is the equivalent of Chunk if you're going for Amblin films from the Goonies. And all I can think of with Neil is, Chunk did the Truffle Shuffle. Neil needs to do something with his butt, doesn't he? He has to. It has to be done.
Oh
Wrong as it
dear.
is, something has to
You
happen there.
do, you know you're going to be right. You are going
Yeah,
to be right.
gonna be. I'm gonna be right. Should we check out the trailer? We'll obviously speak a little bit
Let's have
about
a
it.
look. Let's
Let's throw it up there. So, little kid in his bed, Star Wars themed kind of thing. Star Wars themed buses, very much looks like a futuristic kind of America. It feels very Star Trek in a way, is the way that I would
Yeah.
describe it.
Yeah, that's very Star Trek. Yeah. Oh dear. Back to the Future. Uh,
It's a
oh,
difficult
it's
one
also
because they have to have a home life in Star Wars somewhere, and we haven't really
yeah,
truly ever seen it. So how do you create a home life? You kind of got to take what we've got, futurize it a little bit, and then make it lived in. And they've kind of done that in a little way.
is it a little bit too much though? Is it a little bit too normal?
It's a little bit cheesy, give it that.
Yeah. Hmm.
But if you're doing a homage to sort of 1980s Amblin, then it's going to feel like Astoria. It kind of has to if you're going to do that kind of lived in world.
Yeah.
And
Now,
of
I don't know
course,
whether I don't think it was this exact trailer, but certainly I've seen some of this footage when I was at Celebration a
yes,
couple of years,
yep,
and it was shown to the kids that were in it for the first time as well.
yep.
Uh, and they were very excited, of course, as you would be. But
But they're all moody teenagers now, so they're not so excited
yeah,
anymore.
they'll just be embarrassed by it now. And
Yeah,
there's Jude looking cool. I
Mr.
mean,
New
don't get me wrong.
Mr. Newbold piping in there. Star Wars suburbia, where 90% of Star Wars people live. He's very true.
Yeah, probably he's probably real. Yeah, probably right. I'm looking forward to it. I'll definitely be watching it. I just hope that it finds its feet early on. Um, and of course, we didn't see in that the big bad that's in it, who is the pirate that appeared in Mandalorian.
No, but you can, if you go to Father Tracks TV, see an interview you did with him at London Film and Comic Con. See that
Yeah, you
slick link there. It's almost like I haven't missed most of the year doing this. Just
we didn't plan that bit.
straight back in the groove there. Um,
That wasn't in rehearsal. Yes, we rehearsed this.
yeah. Vane,
Yeah.
as Mr. Newbold is pointing out that he's called.
All right, Mark. All right.
I know he likes
Stop
to
giving me Mark.
chime in here and keep us right, doesn't he? Uh, the the interesting part for me is there's so much about the show that are going to annoy the element of the fandom that just want to be angry because they make money from being angry on YouTube or X or wherever they're spite,
True.
which I'm just going to call bile. There's some genuine people who actually care about Star Wars genuinely who aren't going to like this with genuine, real reasons. And fair play to them. You don't have to like everything. But
Of
as I
course you
always
don't.
say, leave it to one side. Let the people that do like it enjoy it. Um,
Yeah,
I don't think this is a show that's targeted as me, and it's not. It's not targeted for my age group. There's going to be things about it that will irritate me, but what I hope is there'll be a few moments where I can just laugh and enjoy it, and it's going to be nice Sunday afternoon entertainment. Um,
exactly. Exactly. So it's coming out on December the 3rd. So that means it's going to be all over the Christmas period and into the new year.
yeah,
Yeah.
and
Perfect timing for good
perfect timing
stuff.
for it. So, is it going to satisfy an angry and frustrated fandom? No. Will it be entertaining and fun, and will kids like it? Probably yes.
Yeah. And if it becomes their introduction to Star Wars, then great. Because as we all know from the conventions that you and I have gone to, Bri, and certainly Mark, these days people have got different entry levels for Star Wars now.
Yep,
Some of them are, and they're in their 20s now, first got into the Clone Wars or
yep.
Rebels. Um, and that's great.
And it's
So
like I said earlier on Good Morning Tatooine that you can hate on the Ewoks, you can hate on the special edition, you can hate on the prequels, you can hate on the sequels, you can hate on the Acolyte, you can hate on Skeleton Crew. It's all still Star Wars, and we've all been through the hate so many times before, and we still love Star Wars, and we don't have to like it all, and we can still live with it.
you're all entitled to your opinion. But
You
if
are.
your opinion on The Last Jedi is anything other than mine, you're wrong.
Let's not get into that this week, and because time
That's a
is
whole
moving
show.
on rapidly. So, um, last round at the Cantina is going to be a regular feature on Good Morning Tatooine. Every week we're going to be live streaming Good Morning Tatooine, and every episode of the last round at the Cantina you also find on Fantatrax TV after Good Morning has aired.